I came back in here to start this again today. It's been a couple of days since I was out last. I don't know if anyone's interested in the maintenance of trucks, because I drive for myself. I have to maintain my own truck, and that's an Isuzu 7.5 ton Isuzu in QR. I was going to do a video the last day. I was up on the road, I got a hole in the radiator and I had to do a radiator swap. And then a couple of days ago I noticed hose leaking on the hydraulics. It was a steel hose there, so I'm just after pulling it off for the spec frame. I just wonder if anyone's interested in watching videos on that, but I'll put it on the channel. Give you a quick look at it. The hose, I don't know how, this hose in here, something hit it. I cracked it in there. So I just pulled it off, cleaned it up the best I could, and I tigged it. And it came out really well actually. I'm just going to give it a quick test there, and if anyone's interested in maintenance of the truck, especially I'm going up to a 10 or 12 ton truck next. Hopefully this will be sold in the next year and upgraded when I get the other one on the road. Just let me know if you want to see any of that kind of shite. It's just wheel bearings, kingpins and stuff like that. Not going to do this. That just reminded me, next job on this. The steel bar up here, fucking broke on the bottom, so there's nothing holding it. So I haven't been using the spec blade in the last couple of months. So I need to come up with it's really shitty welded the way it's done. I'm going to come up with something new. I need to pop the spec frame out and make something nice. So if you want to see that, let me know. It'll probably be 2 days working. Extend it from that. Not leaking yet anyway. Focus yourself. I'll see how that goes the next couple of days. When I tighten that up tonight, I'll leave it under as much pressure as I can. Try and get this off without pushing the sun. Right, back to where I was the last day. I'm gonna try and stop sniffing in all my fucking videos because it's just loud, but I have the flu, so I'm gonna have to put up with it for another day or two. What I was doing here is for my ratchet straps, just so I can drop them in like that and hold them there. The ratchet there. I'm just after thinking I have slim jims on a stick in here as well. Slip jims, whatever the fuck they're called. What I'm going to do here is, I was just going to weld that in and get it done. I won't be able to paint behind it properly, so I might bolt this in, just drill a couple of holes for it, and then I can just paint behind it, because I'm going to weld a piece along the bottom here. So I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes here figuring out what I'm going to do here, and I'll show you. That angle is off because the body is tilted and the headboard is at an angle. That one goes up like that. I've been fucking with this for 20 minutes now. I've been to exactly the width of them two things. I was trying to bend it in and out to make it fit inside it. I'm not going to fuck with it now anymore. I'm just going to cut it off here, and then I'm going to just weld tabs on. I'm going to do an outside corner joint. I might actually use the TIG welder for the crack. I'm just going to cut all this shit up and get it set up. I'll do a bit of TIG welding with the crack. See how long this will last before I fucking give up. Good thing about MIG welding is fucking fast. I have a wasp in my ear. Slope down on that one, down on it. Some filler wire. Just got a bit of 1mm MIG wire. There you go. I like messing about with TIG, it's a bit of crack, but it just takes too fucking long. Oh jeez, I can't even focus on this, I'm small. Nice little tacks though. Going back to MIG pretty fast here. Oh, he's got fucking holes in the other. You want to correct the answer for Kristen? I'm going back to MIG. Filler rod is too small. It's only 1 mil, and one other filler rod has 2.6 mil. I need to get 1 point. No, it's 2.4 is what I have. I need to get 1.6. I'll probably buy a pedal as well. Do that when I'm doing the aluminium. And I'm gonna fucking put that away and get the MIG out. It's gonna take too long otherwise. Might weld in the inside as well. What I'll do now is drop a bar down here and go along here and up again, just hold them in place. So let it cool down a bit before I put the straps back in. Alright, a couple of days later here. These two done up here. I still have to clean the edges on this one. That should make it easier, and they kind of fits in there, it's kind of stuck, so it's not going to be rattling. And I'm going to use it for a while, this bolt's on and off, so I can pull this off and do a bit of welding on it separate to everything else if I need to. But I might weld, see, this one here cleaned up, so the edge is nice. That holds it in there and locks, and I might bring another one out here and another one here where the actual strap fits in to hold it. But I think I'll use it for a while to see how it goes. See, does that fall off or anything as I'm driving. I don't want rattling, so that's locked in there. It's easy enough to get them out. The other one ground down there, looks nice now. And I start to seal up the insides. Just so as a lot of material, because I ground down a lot of the material here, I can kind of see the cracks, so I just welded it so I can grind it down again. And I put these on without checking, because the winch slides over, does it hit it? Lucky enough, there's just enough room. Works out absolutely perfect. Pure luck. So next thing now is I'm just wondering whether to put my I call them Slim Jims. I think they're Slip Gym or something like that. I'll put them up there, that's somewhere. Let them slide in there and sit there. Just something simple. Just going to get this, make a little U out of it and weld it on. I just put a small bar up here above that. Just hold them in there. So that is, I'll have a set of straps, one there and one there on the truck as a normal truck would. Then I'll have them there. Just make it a lot quicker to put 4 straps on all the time. A bit of paint all around it. This is just a normal junction box. I have 2 of these going on this truck because all the other trucks I've had, I'm just so sick of doing other people's wiring. I just want to keep it as neat. Normally what I do is just cut everything out of the truck and start afresh. And to do with that other truck out there as well. Meters of wire that led to nowhere, and dead ends. And so what I'm going to do here is I have 2 of these junction boxes. This first one is going to go just behind the cab on the body, and the wiring loom, the truck is going to be cut behind the cab and run straight into this. And then everything is going to be taken from out of here. It'll be nice and dry. There's going to be no soldering wires, and everything's going to be a solid wire to the next junction box, and then straight into the lights. That's it there, just going to go straight into that. Just going to have that screwed in there, or that way. The wire is just going to come in and out, and everything's nice and neat and dry. This first box is going to go here at the cab somewhere, and we might put it in here. Up there like that somewhere. Just so I can get it at it if I'm on the side of the road and I need to, I want to be able to just pop that off. So the wiring loom is going to go in there. Just say just for the lights first. So the wiring loom off the truck is going to go in here. Then I'm going to take 2 trailer wires off that. One's going to come just up along here onto them 2 tail lights there. And then the other tail light trailer wire is just going to go back to the back here. And I have another junction box for back here. And it's going to go into that. And what else I'm going to run out them is my work on my spotlights. I'm going to run them into the junction boxes as well. The thing is having 2 of them is if I have a problem at the back, where that's normally where the problems come up because the water and the spray and stones do work its way into everything, that I can disconnect it back here. I know these are still working up here, and if anything happens on the road, I'll also have these top 2 tail lights working off something separate, this junction box. But if they go and then go, then I know it's up here. It makes fixing it a lot quicker, but I should have less problems if I can keep everything dry. What I've done here is I've ran just a little bar here. All my wiring's going to be cable tied onto that. It runs down this side as well. Have it down this side as well because I've red LEDs going on this side. And depends how the work lights go, I might just do that. And I might just use that hole for the wire. That's up there, then I'm going to do the same right down the body, down the centre, back and back to each tail light. And then I have to do up those little tiny bits I have to do. I keep forgetting and remembering different bits. All got my spotlights to do yet, work lights. What I'm trying to do is get up here finished. I've that steel in there for my junction box. Gonna fit in there like that. It's nice and neat. Hopefully nothing can ever hit it. This is mainly what the transit will be hauling shit like this.